The world can change in an instant. One moment, life is normal. The next, the ground shakes, the wind howls, or the water rises. In those first critical hours after a disaster strikes, everything is chaos. The air fills with dust and the sounds of sirens, but mostly with a deafening silence where homes and communities once stood. I've stood in the rubble of earthquakes and waded through the floodwaters of hurricanes, and I can tell you this: time is the most precious thing in the world. It's the one resource you can never get back. Every second that ticks by is a second that a life could be lost. This is the reality for first responders. They are racing against that clock. They are pushing through debris, navigating streets that no longer exist, and searching for survivors who are trapped, injured, and terrified. The challenge is immense, almost unimaginable for those who haven't seen it firsthand. Where do you even begin when an entire city is in ruins? How do you decide which collapsed building to search first? These are the questions that haunt every emergency manager, every firefighter, every paramedic who arrives on the scene. The weight of these decisions is enormous because every choice could mean the difference between life and death. For years, the tools they had were simple: maps, radios with spotty signals, and incredible human courage. But courage alone can't see through concrete or predict a landslide's path. The scale of modern disasters, amplified by a changing climate and growing urban populations, demands more. It demands a smarter, faster, and more connected approach to saving lives. The initial moments of a crisis are a frantic search for information. Where are people trapped? Which roads are still passable? Where are medical supplies needed most? Answering these questions quickly and accurately is the foundation of any successful rescue operation. Today, something is changing this desperate equation. Technology is stepping into the breach, offering a new kind of hope in the darkest of times. It's not a silver bullet, but it's a powerful ally. It provides the clarity needed to cut through the confusion and the tools to direct help where it's most desperately needed. We are now entering an era where innovation is becoming as crucial as bravery. From the palm of a hand to the view from a satellite, technology is reshaping the very nature of disaster response, turning that race against time into one we have a better chance of winning. Think about the first challenge in any disaster: seeing the full picture. When a hurricane makes landfall or a wildfire rages, the landscape is altered beyond recognition. Traditional maps become obsolete in minutes. This is where modern GPS and satellite imagery have become indispensable. Before responders even leave their staging areas, they can get a high-resolution view of the affected zone. They can see which bridges have washed out, which neighborhoods are underwater, and which roads are blocked by debris. This isn't just about convenience. It's about creating a safe and efficient path for rescue teams to follow, getting them to victims faster. Then you have the tools that bring this information down to a human scale. Drones, once the stuff of science fiction, are now essential eyes in the sky for search and rescue teams. These small, unmanned aircraft can fly over treacherous, unstable terrain that would be too dangerous for people to enter. Equipped with high-definition and thermal imaging cameras, they can spot a heat signature from a survivor buried in rubble or a person stranded on a rooftop. This allows rescuers to focus their efforts with incredible precision, digging and climbing with purpose instead of just hope. It's a game changer that saves precious energy and, more importantly, precious time. The power of technology also extends to the people caught in the disaster. Mobile apps have turned personal smartphones into powerful survival tools. Many apps now allow individuals to send an SOS signal with their exact GPS coordinates, even with a weak cellular connection. Imagine being trapped after an earthquake. You can't call for help, but you can tap a button on your phone. That single tap can place a pin on a rescuer's map, guiding them directly to your location. These apps can also be used to mark yourself as safe, providing immense relief to worried family members and helping authorities get a clear account of who is still missing. This synergy between advanced technology and on-the-ground efforts creates a more intelligent response. GPS provides the map, drones provide the real-time view, and mobile apps provide a direct link to the people in need. It means that the boots on the ground are better informed, better directed, and ultimately more effective. They can move with a confidence and speed that was simply not possible a decade ago. Technology doesn't replace the human element of rescue. It enhances it, making every heroic effort count for more. In the middle of a crisis, communication is everything. It's the lifeline that connects rescue teams to their command centers and connects the command centers to the outside world. But disasters are notorious for destroying communication infrastructure. Cell towers topple, power lines go down, and suddenly, everyone is isolated. This information blackout is one of the biggest hurdles to a coordinated response. Without reliable communication, teams can't share what they're seeing, request supplies, or warn each other of new dangers. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with all the pieces scattered in the dark. This is where new communication technologies are making a profound difference. Portable satellite terminals and mobile cell towers, often called cells on wheels, can be deployed to a disaster zone within hours. They create a bubble of connectivity in an area that has gone completely dark. Suddenly, first responders can use their smartphones, tablets, and radios to share real-time updates. A team that discovers a blocked highway can instantly update a shared digital map, rerouting other units. A field medic can send a video of a patient's injuries back to a hospital, getting expert advice from a specialist miles away. This constant flow of information allows for what experts call situational awareness. Command centers are no longer just guessing what's happening. They are seeing it unfold through a stream of data, photos, and messages from the field. This allows them to allocate resources with incredible efficiency. They can see that one area needs more water, another needs medical teams, and a third needs heavy machinery for rescue. This prevents the tragic scenario where supplies are sent to the wrong place, or where rescue teams are working on the same task without knowing it, wasting valuable time. The impact of this connected network extends beyond the official responders. It helps keep the public informed with accurate, verified information. During a crisis, rumors and misinformation can spread like wildfire, causing panic and dangerous behavior. By establishing a reliable channel of communication, authorities can push out critical updates: where to find shelter, which areas to evacuate, and where to get food and water. Keeping people informed empowers them to make safer decisions for themselves and their families, reducing the burden on emergency services and helping to restore a sense of order amid the chaos. As we look to the future, the role of technology in disaster response is set to become even more sophisticated, with artificial intelligence, or AI, leading the way. AI is all about making sense of massive amounts of information faster than any human ever could. During a disaster, data pours in from countless sources: satellite images, drone footage, social media posts, sensor readings, and emergency calls. AI algorithms can analyze all of this data in real time, identifying patterns and making predictions. For example, an AI could instantly compare before and after satellite photos of a city to create a comprehensive damage map, highlighting the hardest-hit buildings for search teams. This analytical power leads to smarter and faster decision-making when it matters most. Imagine an AI system that can predict the path of a wildfire by analyzing wind speed, humidity, topography, and vegetation type. This would allow authorities to issue more precise and timely evacuation orders, moving people out of harm's way before the danger arrives. In a flood scenario, AI could analyze river gauge data and weather forecasts to predict which neighborhoods will be inundated and when, helping emergency managers pre-position sandbags, rescue boats, and shelters. This is not about replacing human judgment, but about augmenting it with powerful data-driven insights. Technology is also breaking down geographical barriers, enabling unprecedented global collaboration. When a major earthquake strikes a country, experts from around the world can now join the response effort virtually. A structural engineer in California can analyze drone footage of a collapsed building in Turkey to help guide the local rescue team. A logistics expert in Germany can help a command center in Japan manage the flow of international aid. This global network of expertise means that no community has to face a disaster alone. The best minds in the world can be brought together digitally to solve the most difficult challenges on the ground. The message is clear. We must continue to push the boundaries of innovation. Climate change is promising a future with more frequent and more intense disasters. We cannot afford to stand still. We must invest in new technologies, support the researchers developing them, and ensure our first responders are trained to use them effectively. From AI that predicts a landslide to a drone that delivers medicine to a remote village, every technological advancement is a new tool for saving lives. Our preparedness for the next great emergency depends on our commitment to building a smarter, more resilient, and more technologically empowered future.